Gifts and holidays. Let's take a look at that section together. Scrolling down to the gift and holiday section, you'll see there are two components here. There's a link to the gifts dashboard page, and then there's a view of that gift database that's on that dashboard page. And the view is filtered down so that we're only seeing a list of the upcoming events that are happening. So as of today's date, we have a pup's birthday coming up in 29 days on January 10th. And then Valentine's Day is in 2 months, 2 days on February 14th. Let's take a look at the gifts dashboard. So when you click on that page link, it brings you right into that dashboard page. At the top are some freebies. It's a PDF file of gift tags that you can use for gift giving. There are additional file types of that in your design resources page that I'll show you in a different video, including an editable file. Scrolling down the page, you'll notice there's a couple different sections. This top section here is for upcoming celebrations and holidays. There's a project gallery just for celebrations and holiday projects. And then there's a calendar view at the bottom. So the calendar view and also the upcoming celebrations and holidays view of this database are from the same database. So that's one that has housing all of your birthdays that you want to include, holidays, celebrations, or any type of event that you want to appear here. On the upcoming celebration and holiday section, it's set up as a board view, and it is set up so that you see them grouped by anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, and then other. There is a hidden group here, which means that it's for no type of event. That means that when you're creating the event, you haven't selected any type. And so if you want that to show up, you can certainly do that. You would just click on this no type of event and then click on the 3 dots and select show. The way that the events are set up, you'll see that in a moment on that database. That's what that other category is kind of for. So there's really no need to see the events not being categorized there. So let's click on an event here. Now, if you're creating a new event, of course, you can hit that new button up at the top right corner or under any of these categories here. If you click it under a category that's already listed, the nice thing is it will already show up with that information on there, so it'll automatically sort into that column. So for example, let's do that. Let's say that we are going to enter in somebody's birthday. So I'll click on new, and then I'm going to go ahead and view that. You can do in the side peek, or you can do as full page. So you may want to change the icon, but if we're doing a birthday, we'll probably keep it as that birthday cake. And then I'm going to change the page title. So let's say this is Mom Birthday. The first property is the date. So on this particular date, you want to enter in the actual birthday date. So let's say Mom was born on December 20th, 1950. Why we want to do that there is because it's going to automatically enter into some formulas going down the line here. You'll see. So for example, down here, her age is automatically calculated as being 71 years old because she hasn't had her birthday yet for this year. We're in the year 2022, and we're in early December. So you notice something interesting here under the countdown. It says that the event has already passed, and the reason why it's doing that is because I haven't selected the frequency yet. So once I do that, there's only one option for the frequency, and that's yearly. The reason why you might want to not put anything in for frequency is if it's just a one-time event. So let's say it's a graduation, a high school graduation. That's not going to happen every year for that particular person. So you would input that date at the top as the actual date of the event. The age, it will calculate, I believe, as 0, so that's kind of irrelevant. And then the countdown will hopefully show how many days until that event, unless it's already passed. And now you'll see once we typed in yearly or selected yearly there, it is showing the next date as being this year's date, December 20th, 2022. And then once that date passed, it'll update again for the following year. If you have any gift ideas, you can enter them in here. If there's a cost to the gifts that you've already purchased or maybe a budget amount, that's what that $sign's there for. You can use that property to put that information in. And then if you're making something for this birthday, you can link it here with the projects. You can also link it from that project page as well. So if you click on it, it gives you some example projects that are already there. So let's say it's for sample project number 2 is what we're going to be using for my mom's birthday gift. Under status, you have a couple options, ones that are still left to do, ones that are in progress, and then complete. So I need to start making this. So I'm going to select I need to start making. Type of event, remember we already entered the new event, or we created that new event in that birthday column, so that's why it's showing up there. So we don't have to change that unless you want to. Show it up as holiday, anniversary, or other. If there's any pertinent websites or links that you want to include here. And then down on the bottom, there's just a spot for an image. If you want to change that, you can. You can also delete it. Let's say you don't really need that there. And then you can make it an empty page if you want. So sometimes if you want to put more information in here than you have room for in the property section, you can do that, or maybe additional images that you want to include. It's a great spot to put all of that. So let's go back to celebrations and holidays and take a look at what that views as. Oops, I need to go one more here to gifts dashboard. There it is. Mom's birthday is in the birthday column there for upcoming celebrations and holidays. We have 8 days until it's happening, and I need to start working on that. These can all be changed, again, in that 3-dot menu, so you can make things look differently than the way they are. You can also include more properties on each thumbnail by clicking that properties section there. You can filter them in a different way, sort them in a different way, and group them in a different way. Okay. Here's your project gallery. Again, this is just a view of the entire project database, but it's filtered down. I'll show you that here. So that's only showing project pages where the usage contains gift or where the celebrations is not empty. So an example of where it wouldn't necessarily say gift, but I would have selected that celebration database is if, let's say, I'm making a decoration for an upcoming holiday like Valentine's Day. Maybe I'm making Valentine's Day cards or something like that. Then I wouldn't necessarily say gift on there, or maybe I would, but I might have it selected as a celebration and have selected Valentine's Day. So it'll show up in that project gallery. And towards the bottom is just a calendar view of all of those upcoming events and celebrations. So you can see here it's already set to February to show Valentine's Day. If we go backward to January, there's the pup's birthday coming up. And then here's our current month right now as of the recording. And that's showing Mom's birthday on December 20th. And that's your gifts dashboard.